wealthbusinessschool.com. That is Dr. Boyce Watkins' personal website for wealth building education, and BoyceWatkins.com to stay current with what Dr. Boyce has going on.
All right, brothers and sisters, this is a special emergency report. I have come to the understanding that after years and years of correctly recommending and pushing you all towards vitamin D3, I made sure I verified all of my sources that we must have vitamin K2 without vitamin D3. Okay. You must have vitamin K2 with your vitamin D3, and vitamin D3 is critical for Black people. That is non-optional. It is absolutely critical. Every single health disparity that we suffer from as a people, you can link it to vitamin D deficiency. And the evil, racist medicine with an SIN industry, they know this. They don't care. They continuously watch Black folk die from higher rates of especially cancer, knowing full well that if you simply solve the vitamin D3 deficiency and disparity, that alone would help to at least eradicate the disparities. Now, there's more to it than vitamin D3. We have to do our whole nutrition, which is, of course, what I teach as your minister of wellness. But you need vitamin D3. Absolutely essential. Our melanin acts as a natural sunscreen. We are a sun people, and we are not in the sun. We are a sun people, but we're not in the sun. So we are at a double disadvantage. We are at a double disadvantage. And it is wreaking havoc upon us from head to toe. Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin. Vitamin D increases calcium levels in the body. Vitamin K helps the body use calcium by shuttling it to your bones. Increasing one's intake of vitamin D without enough vitamin K2 can cause an increase in calcium levels without the ability to use it effectively, which raises the risk of depositing calcium in the arteries and soft tissue. And some of you are listening to this and you're saying, well, minister, I'll just eat my vitamin K inside of my fruits, right? Wrong. You get vitamin K1 from your fruits and your veggies. However, because of the overwashing of food, because they are contaminating the food supply, even the fruits and vegetables, they do something that is unnatural. They wash the fruits and vegetables. 5,000 years ago, you did not wash fruits and vegetables. You picked it from the ground and you put it in your mouth. And so you were not only just eating the fruit, you were probably eating a little bit of soil residue. Okay? Microorganisms. And that's where you were getting your K2 and your B12. And then you were outdoors all day, so you were getting your D3. We're not doing any of those. We're indoors and we're quadruple washing our fruits and vegetables. So we're not consuming any soil, any microorganisms. We're not eating from ground to mouth or tree to mouth. So therefore, critical nourishments that we have existed on and our bodies have adjusted to for thousands of years, we are missing. Don't listen to these Neanderthals telling you that it's the meat that you're missing. No, it's not. It's not the meat that you're missing. It's the fact that we come from the soil. And so just as much as we are a sun people, we're a soil people. And we're not consuming any soil anymore. They pick the foods, wash them, put them in a truck, drive it 12,000 miles or across the world, triple wash it some more. You get it from the store, triple wash it some more. And the doggone fruits are still so powerful that if you stay on them long enough, you'll still reverse every disease. Glory, hallelujah. So yes, I believe that back in biblical times, we could live to be almost 1,000 years old. If you feel good eating grapes, berries, and melons for a week straight and you can reverse dialysis and heart disease. Imagine if you were eating it straight, if you was go out 5,000 years ago with no air pollution, no water pollution, no chemtrails, no technology, and you was eating your strawberries right from the ground. And you was outdoors all day receiving that pure sun without anything toxic blocking it. I mean, remember 4,000 years ago, you could drink rain. You could lap the water out of a puddle on the ground and put it in your mouth and be perfectly fine. We're not living in those days no more. So we have to properly, conservatively supplement. We have to do the best we can in the times we're living in, my brothers and sisters. So without that vitamin K2 soil nutrient, it can cause an increase in calcium levels without the ability to use it effectively, which raises the risk of depositing calcium in the arteries and soft tissue. This is dangerous because it can lead to heart disease, heart attack, and even stroke. It's crucial that these vitamins be taken together because supplementing vitamin K with D3 helps the body use the calcium properly to build bones instead of depositing it dangerously in arteries and soft tissue. May I remind you, heart disease, stroke, cardiovascular disease, the leading causes of death and disability in Black folk the world over. Vitamin K2 actually has a protective effect on the arteries, preventing buildup and therefore protecting against cardiovascular disease. A recent study revealed a slower progression of calcification in those taking both vitamin K2 and vitamin D compared to those taking vitamin D alone. In fact, the K2 and D together protected against cardiovascular calcification, while the D group alone did not. Because vitamin D is also so good at improving calcium levels by taking it alone. You could be working to increase the calcification of your arteries instead of strengthening your bones. So make sure to include K2 in your vitamin D supplement regimen. This is a necessity, and this is just a necessity. And that's why I was studying this, and we're all in a learning process. I have been pushing vitamin 3 heavily, but I have not been heavily pushing the D3 K2 necessity link. And of course, may I remind you, brothers and sisters, that vitamin D3 deficiency, vitamin D3 deficiency can cause incorrect growth patterns due to bowed or bent bones, muscle weakness, bone pain, deformity in the joints, fatigue, bone pain, muscle weakness, muscle aches, and it can also cause depression, cancer, Crohn's disease, celiac disease. Okay, a host of diseases that contributes to vitamin D3 deficiency. It is absolutely critical for the strength of our immune system, and to make up for the fact that I, as your minister of wellness, as I was operating in the urgency of D3, and that's why we have a vitamin D3. I searched high and low for organic, very potent, high quality D3 for my people to take that I put my label on. But I've also had K2. And up until this point, I had not pushed it because I had not come to the full understanding that I have now. Again, we all continuously to learn. And the point of being humble is that you recognize when changes need to be made. So therefore, brothers and sisters, for the next 36 hours, I'm doing the best I can to make sure you all get, because I started this immediately. As soon as I learned this and concluded my studies, I called my warehouse manager, Brother Aaron. I said, give me some vitamin K2 immediately. And so for those of you listening, I am giving away for the next 36 hours a free bottle of our vitamin K2. You heard that right. A free bottle of the Minister of Wellness vitamin K2 with every order of the vitamin D3. So purchase your vitamin D3 and I will give you the K2 for free. I will give you that for free. It's already up on the website, theministerofwellness.com, under store, and go to the Minister of Wellness vitamins and minerals, or you can click the link in the pinned comment section and it will be able to take you there. For those of you listening, if you already have the Minister of Wellness D3 or you're confident with the quality of the D3 you're taking, because you have to be very careful, you can purchase the K2 alone by using the promo code vitamin K2. Vitamin K2, theministerofwellness.com, and then you can get that still for half off. So this is just my way of finally confirming that this is true. I had been hearing reports about this here and there, brothers and sisters, but there's so much out there. I had to make sure that before I pushed this essential combination, I wanted to make sure that what I was looking at and studying was legit. Well, it is. And so please accept this 36-hour offer as my way of making it up to you as your Minister of Wellness, who, again, I understand the D3 deficiency has been killing us, but now we need to make sure that as we're working on getting our D3 levels up, we want to make sure that D3 is going into the right places. And so we need vitamin K2. Stock is very limited, so I can only do this for 36 hours. So go to theministerofwellness.com and order now. If you absolutely need help, 888-847-8026, 888-847-8026. The Most High has created medicines from the earth. He who is wise would not abhor them. Let's eat your fruits, juice your vegetables, take your herbs.
And thanks to Dr. Boyce Watkins for allowing me to educate his platforms. And so the blackbusinessschool.com, we want to have health and wealth, because the Most High came to give us life more abundantly, and that's in all areas. So get healthy and then get wealthy. The blackbusinessschool.com for wealth building education, and BoyceWatkins.com to stay current with what Dr. Boyce has going on.